mechanisms. Anchored in this guiding spirit, the government has proceeded with focus and resolve. The Swarnandhra vision lays out a clear economic pathway aiming for sustained high growth to build a rupees 308 lakh crore economy with a per capita income of rupees 55 lakh by 2047. While the long-term pursuit remains firm, the government is undertaking regular interventions and mid-course corrections to stay aligned with evolving realities. A structured review and monitoring framework has been instituted with periodic conferences of ministers, secretaries and district collectors to assess progress, address bottlenecks and implement timely course correction, ensuring accountability and continuity in execution. Resurgence to ascendance. My government has embarked on a clear and deliberate journey from resurgence to ascendance, guided by the resolve to rebuild, renew and rise. The initial phase of governance focused on restoring stability, dignity and trust through welfare support, economic revival and administrative correction. Having laid this foundation, government is now shifting towards long-term transformation by investing in human potential, sustainable development and responsive governance. Policies are being aligned with outcomes, institutions are being strengthened, and citizens are being placed at the center of decision making. This transition reflects a movement from recovery to confidence and from intent to enduring progress. From the very first year of governance in 2024, my government has moved swiftly to implement its commitments, beginning by making the Super 6 guarantees a super hit, emerging as one of the largest DBT initiatives globally, with spending of nearly 33,000 crores per year and extending well beyond them. Under NTR Bharosa, my government stands firmly with the most vulnerable, benefiting 63.12 lakh pensioners and restoring dignity to daily life. Through Talliki Mandanam, financial assistance of rupees 15,000 per month is transferred directly to over 66 lakh students' bank accounts of mothers, irrespective of number of children, enabling them to pursue education from class 1 to intermediate without financial stress. Women's empowerment has received decisive momentum. The Stree Shakti free bus travel scheme, launched on last Independence Day, has enabled 37.8 crore free journeys by our mothers, sisters, daughters, women, girls and transgender persons to travel free across the state. Under Annadata Sukhi Bhava, rupees 20,000 per farmer per year is being provided to 46.86 lakh farmers. Alongside this, Deepam 2.0 is easing household burdens by providing 3 free LPG cylinders per year to 1.08 crore poor households. 15,941 teacher posts through Mega DSE 2025 and 5,757 constable posts have been filled. Rupees 15,000 annual support to 2.90 lakh auto, taxi and maxi cab drivers under Auto Driver Sevalo. Over 1.2 lakh fishermen families supported with rupees 10,000 to rupees 20,000 through Matsyakara Sevalo. Over 1 lakh handloom and powerloom weaver families will receive free electricity up to rupees 200 and 500 units per month respectively from April 1. Now about resurgence of dignity to ascendance of human potential. My government has placed people at the center of governance, recognizing that true resurgence begins with social security and empowerment. From education and health to livelihoods and social justice, welfare initiatives have been redesigned to be inclusive, targeted, and outcome-oriented. Special focus has been placed on weaker sections, women, farmers, and youth to restore confidence and dignity. By strengthening safety nets while enabling self-reliance, government is ensuring that welfare is not merely support for survival, but a foundation for bridging the gap between haves and have-nots. This approach marks the transition from welfare-led resurgence to people-driven ascendance. Now about strengthening social security and restoring dignity. My government has adopted a zero-poverty approach by converging welfare, livelihoods, and institutional support. Instead of fragmented schemes, benefits are being aligned to every household to address deprivation in a comprehensive manner through family benefit management system. Welfare support is linked with skilling, credit, market access, and social security so that families move steadily from dependence to self-reliance. To enhance transparency, a family card will be introduced, enabling households to view benefits received and those available, making governance truly digital, responsive, and family-centric. The P4 Public-Private People Partnership, launched on Ugadi 2025, has strengthened this convergence by connecting public systems with community participation. This integrated framework ensures that poverty reduction is not temporary relief but a permanent exit, transforming welfare into a ladder for economic and social mobility. So far, over 1 lakh Margadarshis, those with means, experience, and opportunity have voluntarily adopted 10.30 lakh Bangaru Kutumbalu, working family by family to eliminate deprivation, restore dignity, and rekindle hope. The Anna Canteen program continues to be a cornerstone of social welfare in Andhra Pradesh, guided by the principle that no person should go hungry. At present, 205 Anna canteens are operational across 113 assembly constituencies, providing affordable and nutritious meals with dignity. Steps are underway to extend this initiative to the remaining constituencies through rural canteens, ensuring wider reach. Alongside this, housing and nutrition remain central to the vision of housing for all under Swarnandhra 2047. The provision of Pakka houses to all eligible families reinforces social security, dignity, and inclusive growth. Socio-economic political equity in all aspects continues to guide governance. Our approach to scheduled caste